Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Jupiter Klein, and today I'm going to be commentating this great race between Fuse and Luicho. Just to quickly go over the history of the runners real quick, Fuse is actually the developer of the Randomizer for both this game and Harmony of Dissonance. So yeah, they've contributed a ton to the Castlevania community. Great player. Luicho is an Aria of Sorrow prodigy. They've been playing this game for, as far as I know, less than a year, and already they're a contender to win the whole thing. So this should be a great match. We've got a back-to-back scheduled for today. Now, as a reminder, the settings we're using, it's Aria Shuffle, Boss Shuffle, Shop Sanity, and Panther first. So right out of the gate, we're going to be heading to the shop. Okay, let's see what Hammer's got today. Eversing, very good, though a little pricey. Shadow Knight, a good blue soul. Lubricant, one of the best yellows in the game. Alright, so quality shop. It looks like not a lot of money on the table. Prices are randomized, and that includes stuff you can sell. Looking like Fuse just wants the lubricant soul for now. This should be Panther, yeah. Panther is always the first progression ability in this preset, which makes for much quicker seeds. As you can see, it basically triples our movement speed. And top floor is in a great location, very close to the start, easily accessed later on. And off to Chapel. This is a nice area to find early. It's readily accessible with or without double jump, and there are many checks here. So I'm thinking we could find Malthus. Manticore, typically considered an easy boss fight. You'll notice that Luicho purchased, I think it's a broadsword, something like that. Pretty low tier weapon, but much better than the starting knife. However, Fuse getting that lubricant boost helps out a bit. If Fuse does have to be careful, Poison could die in one more hit here. Meanwhile, Luicho finds Stolas, very nice. That's the best int boosting soul in the game, except for maybe Lubricant. It's a flat plus 16. Also want to give a quick shout out to Halgorithm, who was gracious enough to volunteer to track today. So really a big help. Thank you, Halgorithm. Okay, Gray Soul for Luicho, Gravekeeper, not Malthus, okay? So Gravekeeper allows someone to backdash, and without Panther, it's good for movements, but even with Panther, it means you can backdash cancel heavy weapons. So a very nice soul to have early. We had an interesting race the other day, where both Gravekeepers were in the Chaotic Realm, and that made boss fights in the castle much more difficult. Okay, really interesting. So backdash and slide. No Malthus. And a dead end, sadly. Both of our runners will have to backtrack. So Luicho's got like a 30 to 40 second lead, but it's pretty neck and neck so far. The Manticore fight was the big difference at this point. Okay, so now back on the standard path for Luicho. We're going to be fighting the first boss in the game, Creaking Skull. Should be quite easy after Manticore. And a great wooden golem drop for Luicho. Pretty good chance the Fuse also finds that, considering how common Skeleton Soul is. That one almost doubles your MP regeneration. It's very nice. One of the better yellows overall. Here we go. So Luicho finds Malthus. And Kicker Skeleton. All kinds of progression early. At this point, what we're really looking for is either Skula to go underwater, or some kind of flight. Both Hippogriff and Giant Bat will let Soma fly around. Hippogriff is better, since it's faster and uses no MP. Oh, this could be it. Never mind. Duplicate Gravekeeper, okay. And those bingo cards are filling up pretty early. Yeah, so Spoiled Milk is actually a very interesting pickup, considering there is Lubricant in the shop, and Lubricant will boost your offense as your HP goes down. So it's a classic risk-reward soul. We'll see, I mean, in a high-pressure situation like a bracket match, it might be better to forego that. We'll see if either runner wants to brave that strategy. Now we see Luicho committing to full clear study. I think this makes a lot of sense. Both runners do have slide at this point. So it could be a dead end at the bottom of study, but it's not guaranteed. Luicho making nice work of that dive kick tech to get some early grapes. Looks like Fuse also going to commit to study. So very similar route here. We got some tea. And the bosses are shuffled around. Creaking Skull and Manticore are always vanilla. This is going to be our first randomized boss of the seed. Could be anything from Great Armor to Legion. The weapon situation is still not great. I think that Bastard Sword is the best both runners have. Ooh, this is a tough call. I'm a little surprised Luicho isn't resetting out. There's one check behind here. It's a pretty low priority check. And with no Rush Soul, or really any good souls, except for Shadow Knight, this might take a while. But I gotta say, Shadow Knight, who went way better than I expected. Let's go. Debatably the best familiar in Aria. This could be a great play, because not only will Luicho get a lot of experience from this fight, it'll also open up one of the shop upgrades. The other one being Headhunter, but this is the problem. Not a lot of healing. There's still a long way to go. It's a very tough fight early. Meanwhile, Fuse opting to check the study exit and finds Arena. Oh, did Luicho not save? Oh dear. I just assumed so. Suddenly this is a very high stakes fight right here. think Luicho's getting close. Yeah, Fuse does what I expected from Luicho, just bails immediately. But if Luicho can win here, this could be an interesting difference maker. I think that's it on the healing. Oh dear. Wow, great fight. Okay. Luicho clutching it out. Let's see. What do we got here? Dead Crusader? That's okay. And a mind up. Okay, well, not so exciting. But, maybe that'll open up a nice top-tier weapon in the shop. We'll have to keep an eye on that later on. And yeah, that cost a lot of time for Luicho, which puts Fuse firmly ahead. We switch the audio. Definitely an interesting gamble. Fuse deciding they want that defense, picking up the Eversing. And Shadow Knight. Oh, I like this play from Fuse. This is more of a Luicho route. I'm a big fan of this. When you get early study, or excuse me, early arena, in this case it was from study, you just clear it out immediately. It can be very scary, since this is a late game area, and our runners are still at a very low level, especially Fuse. Nice Burt Gang find. This is a strong sword that also gives you a small defense boost. So great timing. But yeah, you often find really good stuff here. I would not be surprised if Fuse found a book or even some form of flight lying around here. I think Luicho might take the same route. Let's see. Oh, I missed Luicho's shop. It looks like there was a Manticore. Meanwhile, book 1 for Fuse. As predicted, Merman from Axe Armor. That's an easy farm, potentially. I don't think either runner has that one yet. So it looks like no top-tier weapons, but Manticore is a great find in its own right. Fuse picks up the Black Belt, one of the best accessories in Aria. Okay, so Manticore and Satan's Ring in the shop were the two big finds for Luicho. Oh, I like this play. Excellent. Luicho doing a little bit of an out-of-logic check to get to the top of Chapel with only Panther and Malthus, and finds Skula. Very nice. Kind of an out-of-the-way check, but pretty quick, and it pays off big. A strawberry for Fuse. Coming up, we've got the worst room in the game. And yeah, Luicho actually taking a different route. They've picked up Skula. They might go down to the eastern entrance. They decided to check Garden first. So everything that Luicho is doing currently is out of logic. Ooh, Elfin Robe for Fuse. That's a nice compliment to the Eversing. Big int boost. Hopefully Fuse's connection stabilizes. We're seeing on Luicho's side, by the way, an interesting route. You go into Garden, you do that one check, bail, and then hope to find the other entrance later on. Well, for now, let's rejoin Luicho. Oh, never mind. Hang on. Just as I switched. We gotta watch this. We got some DDR action going on. Oh, and Luicho actually going back to Garden. Okay. Had a change of heart, it looks like. Oh, no way. Yo! DDR Hippogriff. Oh, let's go. Early arena paying off again. Now Fuse has got a commanding lead. I think it'll be a while before Luicho finds that. So if you're a Luicho fan, what you're hoping is that Luicho will find Giant Bat lying around somewhere else. This soul is great. You just press L. You fly up in the air. And great armor. Man, Fuse just getting all kinds of good news from this arena. First book, flight, and an easy boss. Luicho picking up the Gungnir weapon. It's a really nice multi-hit. And finds Reservoir, huh? Okay. Could be some stuff here. It will be interesting to see if Fuse decides to just go to top floor right away. That's another potential high-impact play. Maybe. This could be a save split for something else. I think we're going up. Alright. Best of luck to Fuse here. This is a very scary area to navigate. Mistletoe is a good pickup for Fuse. If Legion comes later, that'll be nice. And Giant Bat from Luicho, okay. Now, this is obviously a lot slower than Hippogriff, but still. Both runners picking up flight within 18 minutes. It's not too bad. That is a big find for Luicho. Osafune for Fuse. I know that Fuse is a big fan of this weapon. It's a little weak, but the range is crazy good. Definitely an A tier. Okay, so it looks like Luicho's also going to do top floor, but with Giant Bat instead of Hippogriff, and you're going to see the difference in terms of speed if you compare the routes for both runners here. It's all very doable, just a lot slower. So Skula was found at the top of Chapel. Fuse has still got to find that. And there is a duplicate Skula somewhere else. Man, this is a great race so far. Kind of an unfortunate find here for Fuse. Wants to do a little bit out of logic. Okay, just the one check. Yeah. Gonna grab that super potion and bail. Now, Fuse could go ahead and do Chapel. It wouldn't be too surprising, but there are so many entrances that are unlocked now with Hippogriff. It might be tempting to go to, like, Castle Corridor instead. Yeah, I've really liked Fuse's route this seed. And That DDR play was so clutch. Alright, gonna check Dance Hall first. It's right here on the way. Sometimes in Randomizer, it pays to be thorough. Okay, nice. Finds Waterfall. And a gun. It's always the regular handgun. Never the silver gun. Fuse, please fix your Randomizer. Thank you. We want to see more silver gun. Oh, that's the blue book? Oh, that's interesting. So all the way at the end of Eastern. Now Fuse knows that Eastern's going to be worthwhile. Now, Luicho could choose to just do Eastern. They don't know there's a blue book over here. Let's see. Fuse also picking up Giant Bat. Yeah, good call from Luicho. It's often very tempting to skip Eastern. But once again, being thorough paying off here. Yeah, it's hard to compare the progress of both runners at this point. Fuse has the red book and knows where the blue book is. Luicho has Skula and is gonna pick up the blue book, but does not know where the red book is and does not have Hippogriff. So I'm thinking Fuse still ahead, but it's getting closer and closer. And let's see, what is gonna be the required blue? Big Golem from Aranis. So still gotta find Merman, and still gotta find a Big Golem. That's a Durandal, I think? No, it's another Greatsword. Oh, that is a Durandal, never mind. Sorry, the sprites are very similar. Durandal is actually a understated A-tier weapon. It's kind of like a more powerful Rahab sword. In the vanilla game, the only way to get that is to farm it off of Giant Skeleton, which is one of the bulkiest enemies. So nobody ever uses it, but in Randomizer, it's one to keep an eye out for. Yeah, I think Fuse's connection is back to being stable here. Okay, nice. Fuse finds Curly. That is the weakest Rush Soul in the game, but the weakest Rush Soul in the game is still a top tier. Very nice find. Fuse has also got Elfin Robe and Stolas to boost the damage even further. Now Lucia's got to be careful here, okay. Those fish heads like to do combo damage. Health is not looking great. But yeah, another route divergence. Let's see where this takes Luicho. Fuse is going to be fully exploring Castle Corridor, which I think is a good move. Creaking Skull, not required, but not bad. Can be very good on Chaos, too. Alright, so Luicho finds the Clock Tower, huh? Interesting. Opting to fight the boss. What do we got here? I think both of our runners could benefit from some experience at this point in the seed. So hopefully Balor or Legion. Nice. I think Luicho will probably want to just stick this one out. Balor gives a ton of experience. After this fight, Luicho will be close to level 20. Meanwhile, Fuse finding Dance Hall. Once again, making great use of Shadow Knight. We're also seeing that Durandal Aranus for Fuse. Can be nice. Yeah, very well done from Luicho, very clean. And a tasty meat for their troubles. Now, it's pretty common for runners to skip some of these longer checks. Oh, big time for Fuse. There's the duplicate Skula. Fuse solidifying their small lead at this point. Alright, so Fuse is actually going to full clear. Could pay off. Let's see. Pretty easy boss. I'm a bit surprised Fuse is not using Curly. I'm thinking they don't think it's worth the menu time. Just stick with Osafune, keep it simple. Meanwhile, quarters for Luicho. And a Kaiser Knuckle for Fuse. A lot of people like Kaiser Knuckle. Let me just share a home truth. This weapon is Garbo. Luicho coming up on some interesting checks. Oh, nice fall through the cog in the clock tower. That's hard to do. Luicho's so good. Like this trap by Fuse, just Curly through the Minotaur hallway. Ooh, that could have been Merman, but no. The wrong water type enemy. We get some needles instead. And Galamoth? Nice. Okay. Luicho did just find quarters. Very plausible that something like Yellow Book is at Galamoth. So I think this will be Cemetery or Forbidden. Oh, right, bottom of Clock Tower. Okay, this actually works out great for Fuse. Just picked up Skula. Can also grab Galamoth on the way here. Okay, so a little bit of a high five action going on here. Luicho will clear out Dance Hall. Let's see what Luicho uses here for Big Golem. A Manticore Stolas. This is gonna be a quick one. That's it. Very nice. Fuse picks up a Galamoth. Galamoth, for those who don't know, opens up 2 checks in the quarters. Helps you get past the Time Bunny. So yeah, both runners being thorough. Full clearing Dance Hall immediately. This is some disciplined gameplay. And once our runners pick up the Yellow Book, there's going to be a decision to make. Is it worth farming for the required souls? Because we still don't have any of them, unless I've missed one. Still got to find Merman, still got to find Big Golem. Fuse finding a different quarters entrance. I'm thinking Fuse is still ahead by a hair. So for Big Golem, the farm is Aranus, and for Merman, the farm is Axe Armor. Oh, but Fuse going a little bold here. Just gonna do Forbidden. No save, split, nothing. If Yellow Book is not a Galamoth, it's probably right here. Well, that's not Yellow Book. Okay, final Forbidden check coming up for Fuse. No! Oh, that hurts. Wait, did Fuse save split? I hope so. Okay, I sure did. I just missed it. Save split all the way from before Quarters, and that makes sense. Because Quarters does not really have a convenient save point location before the boss. Afterwards, there's one that comes up. Yeah, great routing here from Fuse. It's looking like Galamoth is the call. Ooh, and not even gonna bother with the warp. That makes a lot of sense. The castle map's already pretty cleared out. Meanwhile, finally, over a half hour in, we're seeing on LuichoX side the conclusion of the castle corridor. This is the first area of the game, but in Area Randomizer, it often gets saved for much later. Oh, but it pays off! There's the blue soul. Undine for Fuse, not so useful. And there's the red soul for Fuse. Oh man, it's crazy. Our runners just keep finding different sorts of progression. It's just never clear who's ahead. Alright, so Fuse going Lubricant with Curly and Burt Gang. Meanwhile, here we go. LuichoX heading straight into Galamoth. There it is. Okay. Oh my god, LuichoX might have just taken the lead. Aranus. Oh, from Bale. They both have Aranus. That was found in Dance Hall, I believe. So LuichoX is now in no mode. We'll have to pick up Merman, but that's coming right here. Oh my god. LuichoX back on top. Oh, right. LuichoX has not found the red book yet. That's right. Hang on now. Fuse has got to pick up the blue book, and LuichoX's got to pick up the red book. Oh, man. It's still so unclear. Alright, so LuichoX's about to be in go mode, but does not know it yet. So here's the question, right? The correct play, as we know, we have the benefit of Fuse's gameplay, is to go to Arena right away. But we still have not seen Cemetery. So it's possible LuichoX searches out and finds and full clears Cemetery before heading to Arena. And that could give Fuse a bump. Yeah, choosing to do Forbidden as well, I think that makes sense, although it is going to be no payouts. Let's see what's at the Headhunter shop here for Fuse. It's also possible, by the way, that Luicho finds a duplicate red book somewhere else, like in Cemetery. 50-50 chance that each individual book has a duplicate somewhere in the castle. Vijaya Valman way. Ooh, that's not great, but Rune Ring? Okay. That Headhunter shop, very unimpressive. Not even much in the way of healing or MP restoration. It's kind of a bad shop. So I think Fuse is going to hope for better checks after Graham or in Chaotic. Wait, Fuse? Hang on. I believe Fuse still needs to pick up the blue book. Oh, I see what this is. This is a save split setup for Fuse. Very smart. It does take a while, even with Panther, to get out of Eastern. So you just come up here right away. Save. You can check what the blue book is, and if you don't have it, you can warp right on back. Fuse will end up disappointed, since Big Golem is in Castle Corridor. But I love the idea. Luicho not going to Arena. Alright, so at this point, both of our runners are one check away from go mode. Fuse has got to find Big Golem in Castle Corridor, and Luicho's got to find Red Book in Arena, or maybe a duplicate somewhere. And I think Luicho's actually got the better loadout. Luicho's got Durandal. Luicho's got Manticore as well, which Fuse will probably not find. That'll require defeating Death, which is way out of the way at this point. Oh, Luicho is going to Arena. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Luicho about to take, I think, a decisive lead. So much for Luicho skipping the Arena, eh? That's it, okay? And Luicho is good to go. And just do a quick double check, okay? And this has been a really incredible race. Totally divergent routes from our runners here, but they're slowly starting to converge. Luicho just barely pulling ahead. Now, obviously, we're getting pretty late in the winner's bracket at this point. Both of our runners very proficient at the end game. But this is not a close your eyes kind of seed. Weapons have not been that great. So there could be some deaths coming up here. That could also be a factor. Oh, Fuse is farming Aranis? I like this a lot, actually. We know that it's going to be much easier to go to Castle Corridor. But if it's this versus, like, clearing out Cemetery, not a bad call. The drop rates for Dracula Souls are increased. Randomizer. So something like 1 in 20, 1 in 30. Meanwhile, we see the power of Manticore from Luicho. Wait, is that a random Osafune drop? Nice. And where did Fuse get Lightning Doll? I missed that one. It was off of Headhunter, gotcha. Thank you, chat. Alright, so Luicho on to phase 2. 1500 HP, so about 50 hits here. Sadly, Fuse getting a touch unlucky at this point on the Aranus farm. I did like the idea a lot, though. Wow, Luicho going no red soul. They're saying, look, what's the point? I've got Manticore. All my MP is going into rush soul damage. I like it. Two Osafunes and no soul. That's gotta hurt. Okay, we're hoping for a good weapon behind Graham. Oh, it's a Valmanway! That almost looked like a claim for a split second, but no, it's the bad one. Could actually be okay for the eyes. Luicho does have Gungnir, so maybe not. And I think Fuse picked up the soul. Was too busy popping off for Valmanway. Oh no, never mind. Just going back to restore MP. Luicho saying, hammer, see you later. Catch you later. Right, good point here from chat. Does Luicho remember where Garden is? Often forgotten. You gotta go here to fight Julius. Yes, indeed, Luicho is good to go. Alright, so even with this setup that's not quite the best, I think Luicho's on pace for a sub 50 time. And this seed's been pretty tough. That's great pace. $606 damage from one Manticore. Crazy good. Yeah, at this point, the farm for Fuse has gone from unlucky to extremely unlucky. And that's the problem with farming. It's an unpredictable strat. It can be a huge difference maker, but sometimes in not the way you'd like. Alright, so I think the only chance that Fuse has to hope for, like, multiple deaths against Chaos for Luicho. It looks like Luicho's got some good healing. So I'm thinking for Luicho this is more of a victory lap. We'll see, you never know. As a reminder, we do have Game 2 coming up right after this. Nice, very good Julius fight for Luicho, very efficient. Alright, so 3 checks here in the Chaotic Realm. Can we see a top tier weapon? Alright, Luicho never found Hippogriff. That's a rune ring. Nice. As a reminder, while we're winding down, match 1 today, please do remember to follow the runners here for putting on such a great show. And still no soul drop for Fuse. It is a longer farm, but still, this is not the kind of luck I would expect. Alright, it's another check coming up for Luicho. Was it Yasutsuna? Yeah, I'd take that. And the final check of the game, another Eversing, okay. So honestly, Luicho does not have the best weapons. I think we'll probably see Yatsutsuna, maybe Valmanway for Phase 1. And then a 4-eye strat with Manticore for Phase 2. Meanwhile, Fuse at the 47 mark does get the big Golem Soul. Alright, so here we go. Chaos for Luicho, the hardest boss of any video game. If you don't believe me, try speedrunning Aria. These patterns are impossible. So death is always, always on the table. Alright, so here we're seeing the nice double and triple hit properties of Yatsutsuna. This is the second best katana, just behind Muramasa. You know, with Rune Ring and Wooden Golem, Luicho could opt for a 2-eye. He'll be doing a big 1 damage to the core with his sword, but it's actually a pretty good idea. That could work as an alternate strat. Nice Phase 1. Alright, so getting some good mileage out of Lubricant. Actually, 3 damage to the core already. Wow, Lubricant is pretty good. Way better than I expected from Yasutsuna. Uh-oh. Yeah. Alright, so Durandal is a pretty nice choice here. But keep in mind, it's got a very thin horizontal hitbox. So it's not great at dealing with the orbs. That's a downside to this weapon class. Meanwhile, with Stolas, yeah, it's almost 300 per Manticore. And the core's got 3,000 HP. Oh, what a slide. So I gotta imagine LuichoX. Okay, well, close to done. There we go. Nice. 50 minutes for LuichoX. Great time. Very interesting seed and a fantastic race. Big GGs to both Fuse and LuichoX. Alright. So, will LuichoX win today and move on? Or will we end up tied at 1 apiece? We're gonna find out after a quick break. Looks like Fuse has opted to forfeit. Okay, so we're back for round 2 between Fuse and LuichoX. As a reminder, this is a winner's side match. So the loser will still be in the tournament. They'll just be down in the loser's brackets. Currently, LuichoX has a 1-0 lead. And all bracket matches are a best of 3. So best of luck to our runners here for game 2. Hopefully a better shop this time around. Okay. Positron Rifle and Poison Fist in the shop. Not bad. Giant Skeleton, Curly. Okay, already a very good shop. LuichoX wants Positron, Tear of Blood. Giant Skeleton, Curly. Nice. Good investments. Meanwhile, Fuse taking... looking like Positron, Tear of Blood. And the Tall Hammer. Okay, interesting. We're seeing some nice movement from LuichoX already with Curly. Passing on the Spoiled Milk. Disagree. Oh, Fuse did go back for Curly. Nice. And actually, sorry, I apologize to LuichoX. Went back for the Spoiled Milk on the return trip. Dance Hall at the start. Yeah, Creaking Skull was not ready for that rifle. Going Dance Hall early is actually very risky with no Malthus. It's possible to get pseudo soft locked. The Fuse, ignoring what I just said, going this way. No way. Okay. If that had been something like Giant Bat, that could have been huge. And, okay, Pitchfork. You're going to pass on that. Losing Flying Armor. That does not help at all. Really. And a Panther first seed. Okay, LuichoX gets Kicker Skeleton. And Malthus. Oh no, Gravekeeper again. Another seed with a lot of early Grey Souls. Early backdash is actually so nice with Positron. And there's Malthus for LuichoX. Stacked Castle Corridor. Ooh, early Forbidden. Yeah, LuichoX opting to bail. It is, you know, very doable to go ahead and open up the switch that'll prevent a possible dead end later. And you really only gotta kill that first Dryad. So I don't know, maybe Fuse will go that way. That could be an interesting divergence. Luicho doing a Luicho route classic, passing on the Mana Prism, and heading up to Dance Hall very early. Gonna pay off? It could! Early Waterfall. Skula, nice. Another Luicho route classic. Very cool. Alright, so that paid off, but Fuse is gonna be taking this divergence I mentioned. Gonna head up here. Oh, okay, well, they both end up in Reservoir. Frankly, Luicho's route's gonna pay off more because of that early Skula. So Luicho can do this check down here that Fuse had to skip. Oh, it's a Balmung! Oh man, that's so unfortunate. Fuse might never find that. Well, that is pretty nice for Luicho. A little bit of armor for Fuse. We're gonna see, depending on the boss here, that Balmung might pay off already. Positron is also very good. It's a little bit weaker. It's a little bit tougher to use, but it does have multi-hits. So yeah, for this fight, for example, I think both the Positron and the Balmung are great choices. It's 700 HP a phase on Headhunter. You can see Luicho making great use of the backdash cancels. Nice tech from Luicho there. Some nice showmanship. Alright, so actually Luicho had a really great fight. Our runners are pretty much tied. Golem is a good pickup. Okay, Silk Robe could come in handy. That's a decent int boost. And what do we got past the Ripper Room? Whole lot of nothing. Alright. Okay, so Luicho definitely ahead here. Only about one room behind, but does have Skula. It'll be very interesting to see. Does Fuse go ahead and visit the waterfall? Looks like Luicho wants to continue exploring the reservoir. We'll probably take the exit on the left. Uh-oh, hang on. Luicho having some trouble here. With the Cognazas. A little scary. Oh, never mind. Healing is totally fine. Yeah, people talk about the worst room in Aria. I think this room right here is a contender. Good call from Fuse to check the waterfall and find Skula. And Fuse is going to head back to the start, it looks like. So another divergence. Meanwhile, some pudding for Luicho. And a red book! Oh man, red Minotaur from Fleaman. Huge find. And this will be a red Minotaur seed. That could be interesting. Now, Luicho can get out of here. Out of logic, nice. Anything new at the shop? All rock suit pretty good. Iron Golem very good. Then Ranjana Spear could be decent. Let's see, if Fuse going Iron Golem, and I think, did they get all rocks? Maybe not. Alright, decision time for Fuse, deciding to stick with Castle Corridor. Meanwhile, Luicho heading to Eastern. So at this point, much like last seed, whoever finds Hippogriff or Giant Bats first might take the lead. Oh, but I think Fuse is actually doing the Luicho route. So a little bit of a time loss. They'll see the waterfall and head straight back. That's a Soul Eater ring! You know, this is not quite as useful in the randomizer as it is casually, but random drops can be huge. This doubles the odds of getting a random Dracula Soul, or a random Triton, or a random Archdemon, or maybe a random Manticore. So I think it's worth putting on. You do have to forego a different accessory that can boost your stats, but I think it's often worth it. Alright, so this is going to be awkward. The lore with Positron is kind of bad, so yeah, I think switching over to the Balmung makes sense. However, Fuse does not have the Balmung. By the way, this right here is one of the few situations in a Panther first seed where flying armor can be really nice. Okay, great phase one. Uh-oh. Okay, a little close. Yeah, it's true. Fuse did buy the tall hammer at the very start. That's really not a great weapon. It's a lot better on paper than it is on practice. Ooh, nice wooden golem. But you know what? Fuse making it work. Not too shabby. Kind of like a discount Muramasa or Yasutsuna. A yellow canister down here for Luicho. What do we got? Oh my goodness, a lubricant, just like that, okay? And that's why you pick up the spoiled milk. You never know. Yeah, so Tall Hammer is a mistranslation of Thor's hammer. Aria's got a few mistakes like that. Not too many. Lubricant's actually another one. It's supposed to be Rubicante. I think for Luicho it's just going to be Iron Golem. You know, maybe they can afford all rocks. They sell something real quick. Ooh, getting the Rangina Sphere probably for Legion. And all rocks. Okay, nice. Good shot. Now, Fuse did a couple of these checks earlier. They weren't great. Once again, Luicho deciding to full clear. Okay, Skull Key, nice debug item. Oh, and Fuse finds top floor. Can't get up there yet, but it's good intel to have. Oh, and top floor again. Alright, so this right here is the one accessible entrance to top floor. It's got to be through quarters. That could be a problem for Luicho if, for whatever reason, this entrance is forgotten about. But I think it'll be fine. Great big golem fight. And nice random red Minotaur. That was actually a perfect spot to farm it. You can just panther in and out to get the Fleaman kills. Alright, nice. So 2 more to go for Luicho. Red Minotaur is a pretty interesting soul. Casually, it's often regarded as the best soul in Aria. For speedruns and randomizers, it's considered a little bit overhyped because the MP cost is prohibitive. We rarely get above level 25, and at that level your MP is often better saved for Manticore. Okay, Creaking Skull is our blue book. From Flame Demon, that's a great farm. One of the most common drops in the game. Oh, and Luicho found Hippogriff. I missed that. So yeah, just to finish my thoughts on Red Minotaur, once in a blue moon, you will find a Chaos Ring. And if you happen to have a Chaos Ring plus Red Minotaur Seed, that actually is the best soul in the game, hands down. So you never know. Alright, Luicho finds Garden, and Fuse is right behind. You can see that Hippogriff is already saving a lot of time on movements. Okay, Undine for Luicho. Not relevant at this point, but it's on the tracker. Oh, and there's Giant Bat, okay. Not a big deal for Luicho, but that's huge for Fuse. I wonder if Fuse might want to just go to top floor ASAP. Could be a difference maker. Luicho's still got to find that. And slide, nice. Good guard in here. Wait, didn't Luicho forget a check? On the right side of that first garden room? It might have picked it up and I missed it. Oh, was it Tear of Blood? Thank you, chat. Okay. Alright, so really interesting moment here. A lot of options now that both runners have flights. Will we see a divergence? Fuse is going to need to diverge a little bit to make up some ground. They're both doing Chapel. Now, I expect that Luicho will continue along after defeating Manticore, but there's a chance that Fuse decides, look, there's a warp right here. I'll explore more later. I want to clear out top floor right away. I think that'll happen, and that could be huge. Oh man, what a Manticore fight. Catch you later, Manticore. Yeah, our runners are not hurting for weapons this seed. Much better than last time. Also a nice fight for Fuse. Alright, so Chapel taking us back to Clock Tower. Oh, in Legion, huh? This is actually not too bad. I'm thinking Balmung for this fight. Okay, here we go. Oh, never mind, never mind. I think Fuse considered it. Considered going top floor, but no, gonna take the Luicho route. Oh, right, Luicho bought Ranjana's Spear. Almost forgot about this. The range is not as good as the Balmung, but Legion is one of the few bosses with an elemental weakness, in this case to Holy. So yeah, it's very good. I'm not sure that Fuse has the spear. But a great Luicho Legion fight. A Positron will be good enough. So yeah, now Luicho is going to be picking up the blue book. Good routing here. Trying to do the trick. Luicho, it's not worth it. Go around. So we've still got to find the blue soul, which is Creaking Skull, and we've still got to find the yellow book. Luicho has Red Minotaur. I don't think Fuse has found it. And obviously, with Hippogriff on top of everything else, Luicho is comfortably in the lead. But if Fuse can press their knowledge advantage with top floor, that could shake things up. Nice Gladiator here. Oh, but you know what? Luicho might be going to top floor right now. Yep. Here we go. Luicho also finding the loop. Seeds like this one, where top floor is just one location only because of that loop. Those are the easiest seeds to get lost in. If you just happen to overlook that one entrance, you can be running around for minutes. Luicho has no trouble. And we'll see if there's anything good up here. A Rune Ring's not bad. I think the runners will take that. A duplicate Skula in top floor. And some curry, that's a full heal. It's not a whole lot up here. Once again, if you're rooting for Fuse, you're hoping for some kind of significant divergence. I would estimate Luicho's at least a few minutes ahead. Where does Luicho want to check out next? We got a Gungner and some coffee at the waterfall. One more. Okay. Kind of an empty waterfall. Uh-oh. We're not lost, are we? Uh-oh. So Fuse has not done Dance Hall and has not cleared out as much of Reservoir as Luicho has. Have we seen the middle check in Castle Corridor? I think that might be where Luicho's heading. That could be new. Probably Arena. Oh no, going to Forbidden instead, I think. Here we go. This could be big time. Always bet on Forbidden. Oh my god, a random Stolas from a fish. Honestly, already, I think. Oh, that not one but two. Already worth it. Oh, and a first try Flame Demon. That's what, like a 1 in 8-ish? Oh my god! Peeping Eye! Is that go mode? That's go mode! So yeah, Luicho's luck has been insane, but honestly, so is their gameplay. This has been an expertly played seed right here. God, is this sub-40able in a race? Maybe? Definitely sub-45 pace. Weapons are looking good. Incredible souls. Really, the only downside is Curly over, like, Devil or Manticore. So yeah, unless I've overlooked something, Luicho should be heading to top floor to face Graham momentarily. Oh, nice! Fuse finds the blue soul in study. But I don't know, I think this lead is too much to overcome. Oh, hang on, don't die, Luicho. Okay. Close call. Oh, you know what? I had almost forgotten. As good as Luicho's luck was, there was the Soul Eater ring in play as well. Gotta say, it's a good strat. I'd love to see more runners incorporate it. If you happen to find that, put it on. Luicho got a quick Dracula drop and a free Stolas. Putting that on. So yeah, Red Minotaur, Creaking Skull, and Peeping Eye are the required souls this time around. Okay, there's phase one. Yeah, looking more like a sub 45. I love Luigi just taking off the red soul. It's great. Alright, so Poison Fist making a cameo appearance. Perhaps the most underrated weapon in Aria. This thing's a top tier. The only downside is the terrible range. Yeah, so interesting trivia about Graham. Graham is not weak to light, and also does not resist dark. So stuff like the Death Scythe, and the Calidbog, or even the Danesleth can be great here. Yasutsuna, good, but not good enough at this point. Fuse also getting a random drop from the Fleaman. Okay, so the final memory check. Does Luicho remember where Garden is? I know it seems like a small thing, but I gotta tell you, it is so common. You have a lot to keep track of in the Aria Rando. How the map is laid out, your items, your accessories, what souls you need, what bosses you've killed and still need to kill. This one is easy to just kind of lose accidentally from your short-term memory. I think Luicho's on the right path here. Alright. Perfect. Not just garden, but the best garden entrance. A lot of options here for Julius. I'm sure we'll see Curly. I really like this tech from Luicho. The heavy weapon, you backdash and then immediately hold R to transform. I'm about to snatch that up. It's good tech. That was almost a quad hit with Curly. You know, Chad, I'm a little disappointed. I don't see a single sour, please. Can I get one sour, please, for the Julius thing? Thank you. Uh-oh. Julius going wild. Whole lot of Omnia Vanitas. I think Luicho's healing, it's like, what, he's got like 4 or 5 in reserve. That should be plenty. Nice. Okay, here we go, the home stretch. Luicho could definitely get away with skipping these checks here, but I think they'll do them anyway. A Rahab sword, not good enough. So Iron Golem allows you to just go past anything without knockback. The downside is actually cut Soma's iframes. So normally if you get hit, after the recoil, you'll have a few, like, half seconds of invincibility. With Iron Golem, though, you can get hit pretty much right afterwards. So putting on Iron Golem in Chaotic Realm is an ambitious choice. But it can be pretty scary. These enemies don't play around. Well, that's a Galamoth? Nice. Galamoth in Chaotic. Fuse finds Yellow Book. One of these days, I wonder if anyone will go back to do Galamoth on like a terrible weapon seed and just find the claim and win. Maybe someday. Okay, so barring a collapse on Chaos, which is always on the table, this fight's impossible, Luicho will be moving on. So before we wrap up, please do give the runners a follow. These have been some excellent races today. Really high quality Aria gameplay. You can also follow me if you enjoyed the commentary. And I'm thinking we'll probably have some post-game interviews. So stay tuned for that. Okay, so Yasutsuna once again for phase 1. All reliable. Alright, now what's the play for phase 2? This is a really interesting call for Luicho. Positron's good, but a little awkward to use and bad for the orbs. Balmung's more straightforward. Ronginus could even get some play here. Oh, just sticking with Yasutsuna, nice, for the multi-hits. I'm thinking probably a 2-eye Yasutsuna into Balmung. Here we go! Red Minotaur. Luicho deciding that curly damage is not good enough. Man, this might just transition over into a 4-eye. Why not? Why not? Alright, nice. Poison Fist once again coming out. Gotta be a little careful with the orbs. Nice dodge. I wonder if we're gonna see more Red Minotaur. Okay, nope. Over to Curly now. Oh, gotta be so careful. Oh my goodness, that was close. Someone in chat saying the snake being kind. Well, it was for a little while at least. Luicho getting very close. Okay, time. Excellent run. 43-17. Big congrats to Luicho. 2-0 victory. We'll be moving on in the winner's bracket. But Fuse, I think, had some really quality gameplay today. Maybe the highlight was DDR Hippogriff. A great call. And I think they are primed for a deep losers run. So we'll see if anyone wants to join for post-game commentary. I see Luicho in the waiting room.
Hello.
Hey, what's up, Luicho? Big congrats on the wins today.
Thank you.
So overall, how do you feel like you played?
Yeah, I think I played pretty well, honestly, like completely. I don't think I did any major mistakes or anything.
Well, I know that you're known for taking some pretty creative routes through the castle. What was your mindset going in? Did you want to go a little bit bold, or did you want to keep it nice and solid?
No, I think I just played normally. I don't think I did too many crazy things. Maybe when I went to Dance Hall Door, I think it was either this run or the previous one. And I just went to Dance Hall at the start, that may be a little bold. But yeah,
Well, the
nothing too
weapons
crazy.
for game 1 were not the best. Much better in game 2.
Oh yeah. when
How
I
did
had
that
to
change your
fight
approach?
Like, yeah, when I had to fight Death with like a Bastard Sword and a Shadow Knight, that was the craziest fight of all time. I don't even know how I managed that.
Yeah, that was a very entertaining moment. Shadow Knight really putting in work there.
Yeah, because I had Stolas too.
Also, welcome to Fuse. I think great
Hey.
games overall, Fuse. How did you feel?
Man, that first one, I felt like I just got destroyed by that farm. I figure I was probably on pretty decent pace until then, and that second one, I was definitely a little confused. Like, I stopped after Graham because Luicho just finished anyway, but I had no idea where Gardens was anyway, so probably gonna go burn a bunch of time right there if I continued anyway.
Gareth was on the top right door of Clock Tower, and then the other entrance was at the end of Corridors.
Okay.
I was just mentioning, Fuse, one of the highlights of Game 1, you decided to go DDR without Giant Bat and found Hippogriff. That was huge. Ooh. You had a nice lead going for a while.
I was feeling good about that one because I figured that was one that was likely to get skipped, and it paid off.
Okay, so overall, great games. Luicho, you'll be continuing on the winner's side. Fuse, I think you've got a great chance to continue in losers. Any closing thoughts for the chat?
Yes, it was really fun. Good races.
Not really. Everything went okay. See you next game.
All right.
All right, well, thanks so much, everybody, for watching today. We've got a lot more Aria coming up in the weeks to come. I think we've even got a match tomorrow, maybe. I'll have to double check. But yeah, it'll all be on SpeedGaming. Thank you so much for being here today, and we will catch you all next time.